What's up, my friends, and welcome back to the Dragon's Lair. This is the Taoist Dragon of the Epic Peeps fam, but you can call me Toasty, and I'm here. It's been a while, but in my last video I said that we're going to have to play it by ear, and yeah. But I just want to say thank you guys. I got a really amazing response to that last video, and uh, some really good advice, just the overwhelming, I don't even have a word, positivity, something along those lines. I don't know. I just want to say you guys are awesome, and you went out of your way, or no, that's not. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it. There's stuff on my computer that's gross. I don't know how to say it. It's just you guys are awesome, and yeah, I would like to say I'm like better, but uh, I'm not worse. The thing is, and there has been things that have been going better, but sort of the issue is that there's not really an issue. It's just kind of problems with myself and how I am. So it's not like an easy fix. I'm still trying to get into therapy, but at the moment there's no set date for that. I have to try to talk to them, and it's been hard to try to talk to people. I like to set up appointments and stuff just because I don't have a whole lot of time. And that is one thing I really need to just be more cognizant of. I wasn't realizing how much my workload was going to change, but I guess I've just been used to having a whole lot of free time. But I'm kind of late in my school career, and I went from a community college, which is classes once a week, to a regular college, which is classes like all the time, especially since I'm in chemistry. So I'm lucky if I get my one day off a week, and that's just not a whole lot to record and upload, especially. I mean, recording it, but whatever. Same difference. Especially when, like, I have homework, and I have a lot of homework that I need to be doing, and I'm trying to do well in all my classes, and particularly organic chemistry, which, if any of you are familiar with organic chemistry, that's the one class that most people hate the most. It's very complicated, it's a lot of memorization, and just to break it down to you why, when we're talking about organic compounds, which are those comprised of carbon, you have a few other common ones like hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen, but mostly it's the carbon backbone. You have infinite possibilities of what you can do to make molecules because carbon can form four bonds, so it can form a double bond as well, or a triple bond. It can't form quadruple bonds, but that is more complicated. Anyways, it can form up to triple bonds with other atoms that can also form up to triple bonds, and therefore you could be like it's single bonded to this one thing or double bonded to this other thing, and then from there it just gets more complicated, and you can just have a whole string of carbons connected to other carbons, and that can go on forever. So you can't memorize it based off molecules. You have to either look at it from a synthesis or mechanical standpoint. Mechanical is looking at functional groups, such as carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is a carbonyl group attached to hydroxyl, and if you're like, what the heck is that? Pretty much you have a carbon double bonded to an oxygen, and the carbon's also bonded to a oxygen and hydrogen. Oxygen hydrogen is hydroxyl, and the carbonyl group is the carbon bonded to an O. Uh, so the functional group itself is called carbonic acid, but it's made of a carbonyl and a hydroxyl. I got that wrong in my test. That's part of why I'm reminding myself of what this is, but holy crap. So it's just like memorizing those functional groups. You can also look at it from a synthesis standpoint, which is not how I'm being taught, so I can't really say the difference. It's just my dad brought it up. And it's like, cool, I don't have to memorize all these compounds, but now I have to memorize like uh, all the like functional groups and how they're going to react with stuff, and it's a lot of work. and that's why a lot of people hate it. Especially since now we're talking about the exceptions to chemistry. Things aren't following the rules that they set about in basic chemistry, like high school chemistry or general chemistry in college. So, yeah, and I like it, and I'm not doing bad in the quizzes. On my one exam, I got a C, and I'm not happy about that because I studied and whatever. So, yeah. I don't want you guys to worry too much, and I said this last time because it is just it's a me thing. It's not like I have an issue. I mean, the workload is whatever and stuff, but it's not like this big issue overhanging like over my head. It's just I got some stuff I need to work on with myself, and uh, it was just exasperated with the new workload and things like going to my first lab, feeling underprepared, and then having to do it alone. So it was really stressful, particularly for me because of my issues and stuff. So that's why I want to work on them. And it has been a struggle, but it hasn't been too bad. Work is nice. So, yeah, it's just like a life thing, you know. You got the good and the bad. But yeah, I just want to say I don't know about my upload schedule because I was being very optimistic and I wanted to be, but particularly with work in the mix. Like I have to end this video sooner or I won't be late. Anyways, so with like all that stuff, it's going to be like hard. I Because like Thursday, my off day, it's like, oh, I could record then, but I have a lot of homework I need to do then. So, yeah, I and I just feel bad because I keep on making these promises and breaking them. But I need to wrap up this video. I already said that, and I don't have time to edit. I already kind of said that because it's like, oh no, I have to go to work, so this is going to be very raw. Raw. I did it! I didn't mess it up. I had to think about it. Anyways, yeah. Now I'm so self conscious. Okay. It's just, yeah, I can definitely do one video a week, and that's what my goal is going to be. If I can do like two, that's great. Three is unfeasible, and I have to try to figure out streaming, but honestly, it's like, I don't know when. And that's too bad. I really wanted to start streaming again. I really like streaming, but yeah, it's just a time thing. And thank you guys so much for being understanding. Sorry this took me like a year and a half to explain this one thing, but I just really wanted to say thank you and let you know I'm not gone. I'm just wrapped up and stuff. And I love you guys. That's probably awkward to say. But no, stay amazing and thank you so much for listening to this rant. I'll catch you on the flip side. That's cool, right? Alright, bye.